Of course, if it's possible to live a worry-free life, we humans, we are prone to attachment. We love to attach ourselves to the materials, to the things we have around us. We easily attach to things. And living worry-free is practicing the skill to detachment. Welcome to another episode of Wisdom and Power for Life. Susie, your host. Today, we are talking about living a worry-free life, part 2. We humans, we are prone to attach ourselves to the things that have been given to us by nature. And living with worries has to do with attachment. There is a life in man that is detached from the material. The real self, your real being, it's all on its own. It has nothing to do with the material world. It has much to do with expansion, with making experiences, with exploration. We explore. Our real being wants to explore, wants to go for more experience. Is detached from the materials, is detached from the things we can see, we can touch, we can hear, we can sense. Our real self wants to take us more than we are ready to go. We love comfort, and comfort takes us to attachment. It's like me sitting on this chair, and because the chair is so comfortable and makes me feel good, my real self might be showing me, like telling me to go out and have another experience. And because this chair is making me to feel so comfortable, I silence the voice that is wanting to make me to strive for more, wanting to make me to experience more and to explore more. I try to silence it because I want to feel the comfort of this chair. I want to sit down on it. I want to lie down. So I silence my real voice that wants to explore, that wants to make experiences. So we see how attachment can be very, very detrimental to us. We can testify on how many things we have attached ourselves to that we are not ready to let go. We are not ready to lose certain things that are even causing so much harm in our lives. And we keep them. And these very things are the sources of our worries. This attachment is the cause for our worries. May we learn to hear that voice that is showing us that there is more about life. It's like we might be having a patient in the house, and we feel so attached with the patient, a sick person. We feel so attached, and we don't want to let go. We don't want to feel like we can allow the sick person to stay for 1 hour alone. We feel so attached to the person emotionally that we fail to understand that we can't really help that situation. It's not ours to heal the person, but we also have a life to explore. And our real self might be telling us, can you let that one rest? Can you let that patient sleep? Can you go and have a life of your own, a life that is waiting for you outside to expand, for you to explore, for you to be less worried about your patient. But Explore the life that you still have, because there is still a life in you. There is a life that you have to live. There is an expansion that still has to take place. There is a life that has been given to you, and this life has to be used wisely. It wants to unfold itself. It wants to still make experiences. It wants to explore. The way to a worry-free life is to practice this detachment. Even our children, we might be so attached to our kids that we worry all the time. We don't allow them to be themselves. We are like wanting to be by them, always attaching ourselves. Even when they grow older, mature, we so attach ourselves to them and we begin to worry about them. Rather than letting them to explore the life that has been given to them, we want to be behind them, to guide them, to always show them the route. Worrying as parents and failing to understand that the children have a life of their own that they must explore. And we also have a life that we have to live, that wants to explore, that wants to expand, that wants to experience. Even without the children, let go of this attachment. Allow the kids to be themselves, to explore life, to have their own experience and their own story. And you make your own life detach from that emotional attachment and explore a life of your own. Give them their time and have your own. Because life has more to offer. Life has enough to offer. When we don't detach, we can't explore. When we don't detach, we can't experience something new. When we don't detach, it becomes so hard to expand. We have to allow things take their natural course. We have to allow things take their natural unfoldment. Let them unfold naturally. Living a worry-free life takes practice, takes knowing how to detach. Even our husbands, our partners, we should learn to give them their time. We should learn to love them even when they are absent. We should learn to detach a little from them so that they can experience a life of their own, and we can also continue to have a life of our own. Every one of us carries a life that wants to unfold, that wants to expand, that wants to experience. Living worry-free also has to do with detaching from our relationships. Learn to detach. Learn to let go. Learn to ignore certain things. Learn to allow the things have their natural unfoldment. Living a worry-free life takes practice. It takes developing skills to manage this life. It takes understanding the technicalities on how life unfolds itself without our efforts, without us trying to direct things and always guide things and always wanting to have a say and always wanting to have control, always wanting to be in charge, always wanting to feel secured. Yes. How it is possible to live this life worry-free by practicing detachment, by allowing things to unfold themselves naturally, without your pressure, without you pushing things hard, without your control. There are certain things we just have to let be. As we allow them to be, then we have peace with ourselves. We have less worries, because there are certain things we can influence, we can change, And there is power in being able to identify the things we can change and those we can change. It takes wisdom. All we can do, for instance, to our children is just to give them advice, especially as they are growing up. Advise them so that your words will always be active wherever they go. They will hear your voice talking to them, even when you are not physically present. So the power is this ability to advise our children. And the moment you give advice, you keep them in your prayer, then you allow them to unfold the way they want to unfold. But you as a parent, you learn to detach. Learn to give yourself rest and learn to live without worries, knowing that you can't influence that. And the best you can give is advice. Learning the skills to a worry-free life is to practice detachment. Detachment is very powerful to a worry-free life. When you have an issue, the first thing should be, how do I solve it? More solution-oriented than worry-oriented. A mind that is solution-focused is less worried. A mind that is solution-focused can put worry aside and focus only on solutions. A worried mind would complain, would be depressed, would call friends on phone to always talk about their issues. But a powerful mind would go for solutions. And this kind of mind lives worry-free because they understand that there are many things they can influence. They try to look for solutions for those things that they know they can influence. And they do their best as much as they can, and they leave the rest to nature, to allow things to unfold naturally. Give the chance for nature to come in and have its place and allow a natural unfoldment of things without us intruding ourselves in the process, without us trying to have control, trying to be in charge, trying to feel secure by being in charge and having control. Allow things to unfold naturally. Be able to distinguish the things you can influence and those you can't. And this will help us live a worry-free life. The practice of detachment in every area of our lives, even in our relationships to our partners, our spouse, our children, those who are sick. Yes, it's possible to live worry-free. Thank you.